When I met Rob, he saw how I got involved with characters and how I like to develop them.
But I had a very set image in my mind of who this character had to be.
And Rob said, "Oh, let's bring your brother in, you know." And of course, my brother was kind of stunned. He was like, "Ah."
I was very nervous because, in a way, when it comes to a very creative director like Rob, they have a certain look that they see their character. And so we had our conversations.
Jude had this very receptive way of understanding the character. He was very curious. He wanted to absorb as much information as possible.
And that's how it really began.
Of course, he dove into the role.
In true Jude fashion, he jumped into the role as deep as he possibly could. I mean, I think the guy was working out like 6-7 days a week.
My brother kicked my ass at the gym.
And he was able to really put on about 15 pounds of muscle to the point that the costume didn't even fit him when he had to go and refit it again.
Jude came back to wear all the, to do the final fitting, and he didn't fit in the armor. He'd gotten too big, he'd gotten too strong.
Which was pretty cool because it fit even tighter, but I was kind of breaking out of it a little bit.
He was pushing it as far as he could. We did rigorous choreography. It was intense. I mean, he understood that there was a physicality to Kedjorian that he had to commit to.
We were doing wire work as well, and I was doing my own stunts on the wire work, and I was being thrown around. That was probably one of the craziest parts of it. And you're going from 40 feet up and coming all the way down. And boy, it was a blast, but you can't help but be intense.
He would say, "Just give me a take. Let me do this one thing." And that's where that infamous "come for me" line comes from. Come for me! That was all Jude. That was on the script. He brought that intensity forth, and I think that those moments really, really shine for the character.
One of the more badass moments was my brother walking on set as Kedjorian with the wig on and the eyes, the armor. It was probably one of the more epic moments.
When the wig came on, the armor, they had contacts. I forgot how big they were, but they're the ones that encase the entire eye. You've been taken over by something else, and you're not there anymore.
The minute that he walked on set was just astounding. It was as if Kedjorian had jumped right out of my mind into reality.
That was pretty badass, and I remember turning to him and being like, "Oh, this is all you now, man. This is it. You've reached it. You're here."
It's an adventure. This was one of the greatest experiences I ever had. It's such a powerful story, and something new and fascinating. And I really, really hope that people enjoy it, and I'm really excited to find out what everyone thinks.